Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's episode of Daily Bitcoin Technical Analysis. So, I haven't been uploading videos recently, but here we go. We have the drop that I've been talking about. I've been watching, waiting, and now we are getting that nice dip. So, I guess everyone's wondering, where are we going? What are we doing? What's happening here? Well, if we zoom in, first, let's just take a look on the 270-minute time frame like I like to use. You see that we've had that nice drop from 110. So we hit that 115. I think in my previous video we were back here and we were discussing this high. So we hit those highs that I was talking about from here. I'm pretty sure that the discussion was about this, and then we broke out up. But of course, the bears are in control. So we are going down and down. So this is exactly what I was expecting to happen. And let's get into some targets. Let's see, where are we going? So we'll go on the daily first. We're going to take a little quick look on the daily. So we could see on our KDJ, not quite bottomed out. And we can definitely roll back over here on the RSI. Our MACD is looking all right. Let's turn on our volume. So there you go. You get that big spike from yesterday's sell-off on the volume. Zoom. Let's go zoom out to the 1 week. So some targets for the near future. It's not going to be pretty, guys. I mean, 55K easily once we start breaking this trend down. It could get very ugly, as we've seen in the past. I will highlight the past. This was a nasty downtrend. We went from 48K all the way down to 17K. That was one nasty downtrend. This is what Bitcoin's downtrend looks like. This is how Bitcoin reacts. You can't, volatility on Bitcoin still exists, very high. So if we look at this from the recent past, we can expect something similar in this range, okay? So you had this range, and now we've had the tightening of the price action, but we're definitely entering into this territory, right? And if we just from looking back here in May 2022, this area can show how much of a downtrend and how fast it can happen. This is just a matter of a few months. It started in March and finished in June. So just a couple months, right? And I think we are starting to get into that territory right now. I think because of where we're at, I think that we need one more weekly candle to form on this trend. And then we can decide really where, the traders will eventually know, but we'll decide where we're going to go. But that 200 SMA is a very, very, very good reference point for the low. But in the current days to come, we can check on, we can look at here and we can see that I'll show you what I'm thinking here now, and I'll zoom into the daily. And remember, I like to use the VRVP. Let me open that up. So our visible range volume profile, will pop that up. And I'm going to make the change here to 120. All right. So I've been looking at right here, 96. So, just above 95K. Let me put a horizontal line here. right here. All right. So that's our target. That's our first target, I'm going to call it. So yeah, that is where we're heading right now. We're heading under 100K. We're getting a little bit of a cushion right here, but it ain't going to last. It's going to come back down. And then we're going to hit some support. Sorry. This is support. So when it comes down past 100K next time and it finds some support right here, that's my expectation. You can see that thick amount of trading along this line here, right? So this will tell us that there may be a play if you're trading, in the next couple days, or there may be a play here to bounce off of this, possibly could get back up. So you might get a play from 96, 97K, and you maybe a buy and a sell somewhere around 105K before then heading down into this territory. And just by looking at that, I can clearly see right there, 84, somewhere around 83K could be another support line. And if we pull a fib here, let's try to grab this bottom, grab this top where it was around 126K. Oh, look at that. You can see the 786 right on the 85K. So that, yeah, we got a couple that definitely lines up right there. Look at that. That definitely lines up there for some support. So we could find some support in this range. Remember, when you pull a fib on a line, these numbers are pretty close to the exact, the actual number, but the number that it usually actually lands on is usually within a range like this. So if the line for this 0.786 is there and it's on 85.522K, so at 85.5K, well, there's a range, I'm saying. What I'm trying to say to you is there's a range right here that it could fall upon, and that goes for every line. Yeah, sometimes you will see it hit exactly on the line, like right here. Like you will see time and time again where it just nails the line, but there are always going to be breakdowns through the line, like wicks through the line, right? So that's definitely where we're heading for the next little while. Let's do some zoomed in now. I'm going to remove this for now. Keep our 96K because that is where our line is. We're going to do some zooming into the 270, right? And we need all of our, we are going to size this up. All right, so let's look at our indicators. First of all, we got our crosses. Let me see. So this cross right there, right here, is a 200 SMA and 50 SMA and 200 SMA cross. So that is our golden cross, as they like to call it, on this time frame. And we can see these sharp drops like this and a sharp up increase. So what I would expect is for this to at least have to level out like this before it could do something like this, right? If it was going to come back up. But that's not what I'm thinking. So let's delete that. That's just to show you an idea. But I expect it to fully come down to here. Like that. And then we may find some support here, and you may get some like this. So this is the play I was just talking about, that if it comes down to around 96, 97K, then you're going to want to buy here, sell somewhere up here. This could be a nice little play before we decide on where we're going from here. And if it cannot hold these lines, if the downtrend is just too powerful, then this might negate this. We may negate this, which means you'll just get like a really sharp down coming. And that'll bring us down to that 85K range really fast. It's very possible in this environment right now that this just continues to go down, and this play that I'm talking about just doesn't happen. And if we look at our indicators, we do have that nice, this is an indication right here on the MACD that you're going to, if this cross in the next couple candles really show some strength, then yeah, they may bring it right up like that, right? It's possible, but our KDJ will probably just end up doing something like this. It'll probably just come up and sharply come back down. And if we see our RSI is in the oversold area, it went down below 30. So these are some positive signs where we could be looking at a situation where it could be like this. Let me just give you an example. So according to where these indicators are, this right here could be possible right away. And so we could be looking at something like this around that 111,000. I will zoom in so we'll get a better picture. So let me, so you see that volume way out here around 111. So I'm going to just hide that for a minute. And we're going to just get this picture. So right there along that yellow line, I will place a horizontal right there. Right around here. That could be some resistance right there. And so, you know, the way these indicators are nice and lined up right now, you might just get this cross happen. This go positive. This can still go up. These go up. These go up. This is over the next couple candles. And this goes up. And that could drive the price, you know, it could get your price action in a positive momentum for a little bit. So this could be the play right now. Okay. See how I look at that? I see these indicators. I try to imagine where in the future it's going to go in the next few candles. You can't look too far ahead, but if you look just a few candles ahead every time, you can get yourself fairly accurate when you're looking at this. I think you got more to go on the KDJ. This cross is going to happen. I think this is a good sign that this can happen where you get this at least back to 50 on your RSI. And yeah, that could be some positive movements. It may not, maybe it won't go to 110, but there may be a play from the current price of 104. It's right on 104 right now. So you might get like, you know, a little play from here to 107. So that's a little play, and then maybe 107 and then down. So maybe 107 and then down. And then here. And then we need to decide, like most likely it'll be more down. So that's what I'm predicting for the next little bit. That's what I see here for the next little bit. So that's pretty much all I'm going to get into for today. I pretty much don't see anything else for the next at least day anyway. I will try to get another video out tomorrow, seeing how this price action is very interesting here lately. We had that drop under 100K. Everyone's like, oh my God. But if you've been around Bitcoin longer than a year, then most likely this isn't any surprise to you. you've probably, most likely like me, you've been preparing for this because you know it was coming. So how deep this retracement is, that is yet to be seen. But yeah, like we've already shown, it could go to 55K over the next, year possibly. So let's just keep that in mind, that the trend is down right now. We need a huge uplift of support from the bulls in order to really bring this back, which can happen. It can happen, but at the moment, we're looking at it from a bearish point of view because that's what the signals show. But it's very, very possible that the bulls kick in and bring this back up to those new highs, because there's still, in my view, this is still very realistic. This is not dead yet, unless we really go down to 85K and then we keep going down. Like, if we touch this 100 SMA at 82K, I mean, it's over, right? If it comes underneath 74K, it's 100% over. If it comes down under here, I don't see this recovery. I don't see that. That's not this is not a very good pattern. This pattern is just not something that plays out very often if it does this. So, we need to look at it like that, right? We got a low, and we're going to have to pick up the low right here, and the bulls are going to have to start to pick it up again, and then we can get into this 150 range. That's what I would love to see right now. This is the play. I think most people are still, they've got this in the back of their mind that this is the play for them, that the 150K is around 150K is the high point for this rally. And then we will go through the downtrend. So this little bit of a dip that we're experiencing now is definitely healthy for this rally. And yeah, let's hope the bulls can come out on top. They may actually do that yet. So don't put all your eggs in one basket and saying, okay, it's going to 55K. No, 55K is a target, okay? It's a target. Just from the current information that we have, it's just a target to keep in the back of your mind, that if we break down through these channels, then yeah, we could be testing 55K. But we're not there yet. We've got a whole bunch of time yet before we get to that point. So don't panic yet. Hold your bags. Don't go dumping everything. That's my suggestion, but not yet. If you got some spare capital, maybe, pick up a few extra Bitcoins or something to add while it's on the downtrend, but don't panic sell everything you got. It's not a good idea right now, because you may get into a situation where the prices come back. Okay? We're not done. This is not over yet. This is just it's a downtrend. It's a retracement. It's natural. We've been going on this high rally, and these are natural. So one more up to maybe 150K is very realistic. And that's where I'm going to leave it off today. I'm going to leave it off on that. I mean, like and subscribe if you like what I got to say. Please subscribe. I could keep doing this every day. If people out there enjoy this, or like what I got to say, then I would be more than happy to do this every single day. So if there's anyone out there watching, please like this channel and subscribe, and I will call it there. So have a good day, everyone. Peace.